The Galactic Council's annual Apex Challenge had drawn representatives from 47 star systems, each bringing their world's most formidable predator. The crystalline amphitheater on Station Kepler, 442 hummed with anticipation as species from across the galaxy gathered to witness the legendary competition. Commander Vex of the Krillian Empire stood before the assembly, his 6 arms crossed in confident superiority. Beside him, contained within a reinforced graviton field, was the Nightmaw, a creature that had terrorized Krillian colonies for millennia. It stood 12 feet tall, covered in obsidian scales, with rows of crystalline teeth that could shear through starship hulls. Its 4 eyes burned with predatory intelligence. "Behold the apex of evolution," Vex announced, his translator rendering his chittering speech into standard galactic. "The Nightmaw has no equal in ferocity, strength, or killing efficiency." The assembled aliens murmured agreement. The Nightmaw's reputation preceded it. Ambassador Thrace, a gelatinous being from Andromeda's rim, pulsed with bioluminescent amusement. "The humans haven't even arrived yet." Perhaps they realized the futility. The chamber doors hissed open. Captain Marcus Webb entered, his standard Earth Defense Force uniform looking almost mundane among the exotic delegations. He carried a small, reinforced transport crate no larger than a footlocker. The aliens' attention shifted, their various sensory organs focusing on the seemingly insignificant container. "Apologies for the delay," Marcus said, his voice steady despite the weight of dozens of alien gazes. "Had some trouble with the customs documentation." Vex's mandibles clicked in what might have been laughter. "Human, you understand the nature of this challenge. We present our world's apex predators. Creatures that represent the pinnacle of evolutionary warfare." "I'm aware," Marcus replied, setting down the crate. "And in that box, you have brought Earth's most dangerous predator?" The skepticism in Vex's tone was unmistakable. "Not Earth's most dangerous," Marcus corrected, a slight smile playing at his lips. "Just one of the meanest." The amphitheater's center stage was a multi-environmental arena spanning half a kilometer, capable of simulating any planetary conditions. The Nightmaw was released first, its massive form moving with surprising grace as it surveyed its surroundings. The creature's presence was overwhelming, pure predatory menace made manifest. Various other apex predators followed. The Thorian Razorwing, a massive flying reptile with metallic feathers sharp enough to slice through bone. The aqueous horror from the deep oceans of Thalassa Prime, all tentacles and gnashing beaks. The Void Stalker from a rogue planet, evolved to hunt in near absolute zero temperatures. Each was magnificent in its lethality. Then Marcus opened his crate. What emerged was, by comparison, laughably small. A compact creature roughly 2 feet long, covered in coarse gray and black fur. It had a white stripe running down its back and a flat, almost comical face with small, dark eyes. The alien stared. "That's it?" Vex clicked. "That's what did you call it?" "Honey badger," Marcus said. "Malivera capensis." Ambassador Thrace rippled with amusement. "Human, that creature weighs perhaps 20 pounds. The Nightmaw alone has consumed prey larger than your entire species. This is insulting." "Is it?" Marcus asked mildly. "Shall we begin?" The honey badger, seemingly oblivious to the titanic predators surrounding it, immediately began investigating its environment. It sniffed the ground, scratched at the synthetic terrain, and then, inexplicably, started digging. The Nightmaw noticed the small creature and began its approach, a slow, confident stalk that had preceded the death of countless prey items. The other predators watched, some actively hunting the honey badger, others observing from strategic positions. What happened next would be discussed in xenobiology courses for generations. The Thorian Razorwing dove first, its metallic feathers gleaming as it plummeted toward the honey badger at terminal velocity. The small earth creature looked up, seemed to assess the situation for precisely half a second, and then did something no prey animal should do. It attacked. The honey badger launched itself upward with shocking speed, latching onto the Razorwing's throat. The alien bird screamed, a sound that registered across multiple frequencies, as the honey badger's teeth found purchase. They tumbled to the ground in a tangle of feathers and fur. When they separated, the razorwing limped away, bleeding from multiple wounds, while the honey badger stood its ground, barely winded. The aqueous horror extended a tentacle, attempting to drag the small creature into its aquatic zone. The honey badger bit through the appendage with casual efficiency, its powerful jaws and loose skin allowing it to twist and writhe free of any grip. The horror retreated, reassessing. Then the Nightmaw arrived. The assembled aliens leaned forward. Surely this would be the end. The Nightmaw was the pinnacle of predatory evolution, 12 feet of armored killing machine versus 20 pounds of earth mammal. The Nightmaw struck with blinding speed, its crystalline teeth snapping shut on nothing. The honey badger had rolled beneath the attack, and in one fluid motion, it went for the Nightmaw's underbelly, the one vulnerable spot in its armor. What followed was chaos. The honey badger didn't fight like prey. It didn't fight with the calculated precision of an evolved apex predator. It fought with something the aliens had never encountered, absolute, fearless aggression combined with complete disregard for its own safety. It climbed the Nightmaw like a mountaineer, biting, clawing, tearing. When the Nightmaw thrashed, the honey badger's loose skin allowed it to twist free of grips that should have been fatal. When struck by the Nightmaw's tail, a blow that could dent starship plating, the honey badger shook it off and returned to the attack. The creature didn't know it was outmatched. Or perhaps it simply didn't care. 10 minutes later, the Nightmaw retreated, bleeding from dozens of wounds. The honey badger pursued, relentless. "Stop the match," Vex ordered, his voice hoarse. "Stop it now." The graviton fields reactivated, separating the combatants. The honey badger immediately began trying to dig under its containment field, completely undeterred. The amphitheater was silent. Marcus walked to the containment field and retrieved his apparently unfazed companion, who immediately began investigating Marcus's pockets for food. "Humans," Ambassador Thrace finally pulsed, What is wrong with your planet's fauna?" Marcus scratched the honey badger behind its ears. The creature, which had just fought 6 apex predators simultaneously, made a contented chewing sound. "Nothing's wrong with them," Marcus said. "They're just survivors. See, Earth is a death world, every ecological niche is a battlefield. Evolution on our planet didn't just select for strength or speed or venom. It selected for something else." "What?" Vex asked, his voice barely a whisper. "Spite," Marcus said simply. "Pure, concentrated refusal to die. The honey badger doesn't care that it's outmatched. It doesn't understand fear the way your predators do. It just knows that anything that attacks it is going to have a really bad day." He looked around at the assembled aliens, each representing civilizations that had conquered stars. "You brought your apex predators, the pinnacle of what your worlds could evolve. We brought something that embodies what makes Earth fauna special. They don't fight to establish dominance or to prove superiority." Marcus smiled. "They fight because they genuinely do not give a damn." The honey badger yawned, revealing impressive teeth, then settled into Marcus's arms for a nap. The Galactic Council never held another Apex challenge. Some competitions, they decided, humans had already won, before they'd even reached the stars.